What is up? Here's a mic check. I've got my headphones in, so let me know if you can hear me. Mic check. Mic check. Okay. Well, got it on my end. Sweet. Well, Mumfy Mafia, welcome, welcome, welcome. Here's the Mumfy vehicle. Glad you're joining me on this live. It has been a little bit, and sorry I didn't make it last month, but we're kicking it off this month. Getting back on track. It's been a little bit. Last month was big travel month. Now we do have a little bit of a storm kind of rolling through, as you can probably see behind me. But yeah, still doing it, and glad you guys could join us. Make sure to say hi in the chat. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the chat, and I'll be sure to answer them. So, Breeze, what's up, Mumfy? Just another day in paradise. Wishing you well. Well, thank you so much for all your continued support, Breeze. I see you. If I remember correctly, you kind of shifted gears away from a Tacoma and have a different vehicle, but still appreciate having you here. So, Mitchell Bloss, I like the shirt, Mumfy. Hey, appreciate it. It is available at mumfy.us/shop. So, in fact, actually, let me just double check that, make sure that that one is up there. It should be. So, mumfy.us/shop. And I'm going to link this also in the chat. There we go. A few other fun ones. Looks like I do have this in a hoodie. Well, not this specific design, but I do have a Mumfy one in a hoodie with the tricolor Tacoma coloring style. So, but yeah, I also have a couple of new designs over there at mumfy.us/shop. So be sure to check those out. So thank you so much for joining. So today, let's see, JGR002Z. Hey, Mumfy, love the channel. Let's see the new 35s. All right, well, I will be doing a video on the new tires that I did get. For those of you watching kind of over on Instagram, I think I also did a short over here on the shorts. I did go with Mickey Thompson Baja Boss. Now, I did not go 35s. I actually stayed with the 33s. I did a 285 70R17. Just doing a little bit of back and forth on deciding whether or not I wanted to go with 35s. But I'll cover more of that in my video talking about the Nitto Ridge Grapplers versus the Baja Boss, which I have now. I only have a few miles on the Baja Boss, but so far I'm loving the performance, and I'm going to give you all the stats in that future video. So stay tuned for that. I also picked up a full-size spare. So for a future mod that I'm going to be putting on the Tacoma. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see, Jason Doering. I hope I said that right. Thanks for the CBI slider vid. It helped me big time on the install. Yeah, that's one thing that I kind of find a little bit lacking on some install videos is that they hit key aspects, but not necessarily every single step. And sometimes they just kind of, I've been guilty of this too, editing out a step. Usually it's because it's been a headache and I just want to get past it. So I'm glad you found it helpful. I'm I'm doing my best to try and bring you as detailed installs as I can. So I'm glad you're finding those super helpful. Breeze, Forerunner now. You have a great memory, my friend. Looking to pick up a Gen 2 Tacoma Pro one day. A Gen 2, okay. Waiting is like fishing, takes time. Yes, it definitely does. There's actually a local guy here that has that kind of deep forest green Gen 2. It's not a Pro, but it looks really, really nice. You can see Ruger in the background here. Hey, but anywho, he's kind of the reason why I have the thin skins on the rear doors. So anybody has a little pet, you don't want to have them scratch up your rear doors. Thin skins makes a modification, or at least a door panel slide on for the rear two doors for the third gen. So awesome stuff. But as we are just kind of hanging out here, I wanted to cover I know we probably have a couple of people that are either getting into a third gen, waiting for the new fourth gen, maybe trying to decide what they kind of want. The third gen is a great vehicle. Love the V6. It's a shame that Toyota's kind of getting rid of that and going to a four-cylinder twin turbo. So we'll have to see how that goes. But if you are looking at a third gen Tacoma, I kind of wanted to go over my top 5, probably first modifications to consider when doing a Tacoma, or if you have one and don't necessarily have these modifications. These are kind of the first ones I would consider looking into going with, and I'm just going to start right off. This right here. First, probably one of the first things you guys want to do. Screen Protect has been on my vehicle probably, I'd say, a month after I bought it. I got in contact with the guys over at Screen Protect, and they came out and installed probably their first do-it-yourself screen protection on my Tacoma. And the guys over there are freaking amazing. Now, if you're not aware, Screen Protect is a protection film that goes over your nav screen, your dash, and they even make a little section for the plastic right next to the shift lever. And this is the same stuff that if you were to, say, buy a really expensive vehicle and wanted that kind of protection on there, it's the same stuff that they're offering the dealers, but now you can do it as a do-it-yourself, so a DIY. Awesome product. It is held up amazing, and I know that they're killing it out there with more vehicles. And what's really going to be fun is I'm hoping that I can be there when they do the whole process for the new fourth gen Tacoma. So I'll bring that out for you guys. I'm pretty excited about that, because then I get to see the fourth gen like up close and personal. Outside of the reveal that was at Overland Expo West, that was actually pretty fun to kind of see it, or at least the the trail edition kind of come in. But yeah, this will be a cool video to see kind of the whole process behind how the Screen Protect film is done. So that's number 1. Number 2 I have is basically chrome delete. Get rid of the chrome. Doesn't matter if it's inside, outside. If you're blackout badging, or even just taking the badging off. highly recommend getting stuff like that. AJT, Miso Customs, all have great blackout packages for um, specifically the inside. They have the door handles. They've got the ring vent covers, stuff like that. Highly recommend. For number 3, yeah, we're on 3. um, I highly recommend doing, if you haven't already, look into doing a tune. Now, the one that I went with is OTT. They have a huge network across the U.S. and great, great guys. Their tune has been amazing. It's a one-time purchase, and then you have infinite refinements afterwards, which is really, really cool because if you do it up front, you're going to get the full potential out of that V6. And then as you start adding more weight, what ends up happening is you can go back, get it retuned so that way that the tune is uh, doing the correct shift points, giving you all that power right up front. And it's set up for the weight or the style of modifications that you've done to the Tacoma. So highly recommend the OTT tune because that's what I run. I'm curious, are any of you guys running a tune? Uh, if so, have you liked the tune? Not like the tune? Looking at doing a different one? I'm just kind of curious to know. Oh, Breeze, let's see. You wanting the orange red color pro? Oh, okay. For the second gen? That I haven't seen that on a second gen. That'd be pretty interesting. Might have to do a repaint, but I don't know. Uh, so number 4. I'm trying to keep these off the top of my head. So we all know that the factory LEDs, at least the fog lights, are not necessarily the best. They do give you a nice little cutoff. They're white, great for on-road driving, but if you're looking to do a little bit more off-road, you know you're going to be kicking up a bunch of dust. Just want a better contrast at night. Then I'd say upgrade your fog lights. And I there's plenty of brands out there. Baja, Diode. Um, the fog lights that I run are Heretic, and my entire vehicle is set up with Heretic lights. I like Heretic lights simply because of their build quality. They're doing all of their housings out of a solid block of aluminum, which helps kind of reduce the profile. So I don't know if you've noticed, but I have on my ditch lights, they have a very low profile. They're probably no thicker than about an inch, and that's throughout the whole thing. The bracket does stick out a little bit out of the back, but the overall light itself, I mean, it's been amazing. It's not, like I said, no thicker than probably about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. But the light that they produce is amazing. And if you've got a couple of four-wheel toys, they also make a bunch of lighting accessories for UTVs. So that's kind of, they do have a big focus on the UTV market as well. So look at their stuff. They are actually running a full true amber. So you're not going to get a yellow cast or hue or anything like that. So I like the amber LEDs that come with the Heretic lineup, and I do have their new rock lights and a couple of their new handles that they just launched. So I'm pretty excited about getting those on the Tacoma. So stay tuned for that video too. I gotta run up to their facility and pick those up. So it helps save on my shipping anyway. Let's see, number 5. Boy, see, this is a tough one because I'm trying to go with something that's not specific for overlanding, but I think the next modification is going to definitely have to be maybe a window tint. Now, I just have the factory tint on mine, so it's pretty light. You can still see in, but I actually like the factory tint. And Utah has a little bit of regulation when it comes to how dark you can actually go on the tint. So um, I'm just kind of leaving it at factory. But if you like really kind of blacking out those windows, I've seen a couple of Tacomas that look really, really nice. Let's see, Breeze. Dealership returned our Tacoma when I complained to them about the constant up and down shifting on the road or on road trips in mountain areas. They seem happy to assist. Why allow improvement in miles per gallon too? Yeah, that's something that the tune will kind of help with. It'll give you a flatter um, increase in power versus trying to constantly shift. And I don't have that issue in the Tacoma anymore. The OTT kind of leaves you in gear a little bit longer. And so far, as far as miles per gallon with the Nitto Ridge grapplers, simply because I've had the most experience or the most time on the Nitto Ridge grapplers, I didn't see a fluctuation in my miles per gallon. I was getting about 15 with all the stuff I had on it, and during my road trips, that's about what I was getting. So it was nice. I didn't. I was kind of hoping for maybe a little bit of improvement, but if it's staying the same, I'm actually pretty happy with it. So um, that's kind of been that's been my experience with the OTT tune anyway. They reprogrammed at no cost, allowed me to test drive checking if I was satisfied. Oh, okay, nice. But truck was under warranty. Well, hey, can't beat that. Uh, so, what have you guys been up to this last little bit? I'm curious to know uh, what modifications are you guys looking at? Uh, have you done so far? Any questions for me and the modifications that I've done? Um, I know you guys kind of want to see the Baja Boss. In fact, let me grab my fifth wheel. Hang on. All right, this is going to be a little ridiculous because the Mickey Thompson Baja Boss is about a 60-pound tire. Ugh. So let's have a little bit of fun here. Oh, there's a squat for you. See if we can get this in the light. There you go. Ugh. Look at that. Baja Boss right there. I did get another TRD wheel. And boy, who doesn't like the smell of new rubber? But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this new tire to see where it how well it wears. Um, one of the big selling points for me on that was the amount of siping that's actually on the tread. So I do like that the Baja Boss has a lot more siping, especially when I start getting into wet weather and even snow. So Um, Looking forward to testing it out once we get a little snow. Maybe sooner than later, it looks like, but nah, just pretty excited about it. But yeah, hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Definitely gonna be kicking up the installs. I've got another pretty cool install that'll change the front end. And if you're interested in seeing that, I'll give you a little sneak peek towards that install. If give me a bunch of thumbs up in the chat if you want to see that. Breeze. That's one heavy tire for sure. Mumfy, I would love to add a supercharger to the Gen 2 once I find one. Other than that, keep it simple for light off-roading. Not much to test my luck. Yeah. No, I don't blame you. You know, everybody's got a different focus for their build and what they want the truck to do. There's nothing wrong with having just a little city truck, and it's amazing and impressive to see what people do going off-roading, or even just building out a full-on crawler. So um, yeah, it just falls down to what you actually want to do with the truck. Jason says Baja Boss are definitely a contender for me on my next set. I live in Minnesota, so a three snowflake design is needed. Yes, and they are three peak snowflake rated. So, and that goes up to a 315. Anything over a 315 is not going to have the three peak snowflake rating. So, just bear that in mind. The other cool thing is that the Baja Boss ATs have a tread warranty on them, but if you go with the MTs, there's no warranty. So, um, for what it's worth, I'm old, not able to dig truck out. I'm usually out by myself. Breeze. Yeah, sometimes the solo trips are kind of fun, a little bit challenging, but you also kind of have to know your limits as well. But at least you're getting out there. That's what I'm trying to do a little bit more. Work, you know, trying to explore a little bit more is definitely a goal, and trying to film those adventures so I can share them with you guys if that's of any interest. I am kind of working on my big trip from the beginning of July and just putting all that footage together um, into kind of one large trip. Um, I didn't get a whole bunch of like rolling shots or anything. It's more scenic, but um, it's all a fun adventure. And if I did do a couple of recaps. So if you watched my review of the Long Range America fuel tank, that was towards the end of that trip. And then I also did a review of a couple of camp tools while we were on our camp trip as well. So, um, the rest of it's just going to be, where we went, what we saw, and hopefully you guys maybe get some ideas on where to go next, or hopefully it just inspires you guys to get out and see what the world has to offer. Because there's definitely a lot that I feel like I've kind of missed out on, and I definitely want to go check it out. But as I said, I have another install. This is going to be a time-consuming install for sure. I just know it. Um, but if you guys want to see, or at least get a preview, maybe that hopefully that gives you an idea of what's going on. Now, if any of you guys know that company, they sent this out to me to do an install, and I am doing one that's a little bit more technically involved than this one here. So, kind of excited to get this new one on. But it has been out for some time. At least this style grill. It's actually the V2 grill with a little bit of. Did you get yourself tangled up, you knucklehead? You got to go untangle Ruger from the plants. So give me just a sec. Hey, come here. All right, big knucklehead. Don't want him wandering off too far. Good boy. All right. So, do you guys want to see the V2? I'm sure you guys have seen it plenty out and about. And this is going to be one heck of an install. Pretty excited about this one though. Because, check that out. What do you guys think? Thumbs up, yay, nay? I'm curious to know what you guys think of that grill there. And yes, it does have the lights. But there is a lot more wiring on the back of this than some of the other grills out there. But that one's going to be fun to put together for you guys. Breeze, got to go take care of grandkids, catch you on the replay. Hey, thanks for all the support, Breeze, and enjoy those adventures out there. El Splendor, hey, welcome. Digging it. All right, cool. Looking forward to putting that on, but it's going to be a long install for sure. Uh, just added lighting that's going into that one. Now, if you guys know this TRD version here, custom one that I have, the Mumfy does light up, but it's only in white. So the new one's going to have a little bit of a extra feature. So looking forward to putting that on and changing up the look. But yeah, so far just catching up with you guys, and I gotta say thank you so much for all the support, leaving likes, comments. It's great. So, well, shall we get into I don't know, what you guys want to talk about, some of the fourth gen stuff? What's everybody thinking about that new fourth gen? Let's see here. 2024 Tacoma. Now, as far as styling is I do like the styling. I think there's some cool aspects of it, but it's always going to be the performance thing. The performance aspect of a new vehicle, especially when they change the powertrain. Yeah, I know it's for government regulations and all the new stuff that's coming out. Um, but yeah, it's untested, and it's hard to know just how long or how good the actual engine is going to be. This was it the iForce Max. I mean, the numbers sound pretty cool. You know, it's putting out a little bit more than what the third gen is, but I got a V6 in this thing, and I know it's not going to go anywhere. Electric motor located between the 2.4 liter turbocharged engine. Yeah, and an 8-speed automatic transmission. Yeah, it's a modified SUV engine, basically. Oh, we're starting to get some rain. Yeah, let's see. Jason, hopefully it will accept some aftermarket parts from the third gen. I don't feel like starting over again. I hear you. Um, but it sounds like was it the Trail Hunter, I think has the same wheelbase as the Tundra. So that was something that I've heard about and found kind of interesting. So you're getting a longer, basically a longer truck. So but that's even with the, wait, was it? I can't remember. It might just be the Trail Hunter edition, but I did kind of hear that maybe just your standard 5 foot bed still has that wheelbase, which is kind of interesting. So you're getting a longer Tacoma essentially. But um, I do like I do like some of the styling that they went with for sure. I think it's definitely a needed upgrade. And I'm looking at the kind of the interior shot as well. My question is, will I be able to get the new steering wheel and put it in the third gen? So that way I have all the controls. I'll have the proper volume selection up and down, and then the track section left and right. But that'd be interesting. I'd be curious to know if I'll be able to carry over the steering wheel and all the controls from the fourth gen and put it in a third gen. That might be pretty interesting. Now, one of the things I gotta say that I like about the third gen over some of the like the GMC or the Ranger is I like the circular air vents and I like the rotation that I have, the quick open close. And looking at the new fourth gen, all their air vents are the horizontal, slider air vents. And I'm not too keen. I think it loses a little bit once it starts repurposing all, I don't know. I like being able to just slam the air vents closed when I don't want them. And I can twist them around real, I can redirect where I want the airflow to go instead of having a little tiny flap. But I guess if you want the little taco holder above the passenger side uh, jockey box, I guess that's kind of what you have to sacrifice. They gotta make room for a giant screen and uh, and then all your controls underneath. But I don't know. It is. I guess it's just. I don't know. I think it loses a little bit of its uniqueness. But these are just little nitpicky things. I do like that you are getting a control panel, an integrated control panel on the side. So you don't have to necessarily buy a whole separate control kit or, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how people are going to utilize that, but also say maybe even put in like a Switch Pro controller. So I'm kind of curious where people are going to put that. That'll be kind of interesting. Let's see. Almeno. Hey man, I ran into the website for the TRD Pro tail lights, and they have the newer TRD Pros without the gap in between the red, but they are out of stock and they're cheaper than the ones I have. Okay. Without the gap between the red. I'm not. I'm not sure I'm following you on that one. Almeno. But I wonder, are you saying that the TRD Pro in the red, in the all red, instead of the black housing is cheaper? I think that's uh, I think that's kind of what you mean. But yeah, the website that I got my kind of knockoff TRD Pro um, tail lights. I like the all black. It just gets rid of all the chrome. Nice, that'll look awesome. Yes, way better. Still, still haven't wired my ditch lights. They've been installed on my truck for 2 weeks. I got the OEM switch with it and have no clue how to do it. I've watched some videos, but just overwhelmed with the whole process of it. Yeah, the I was initially going to go with kind of the OEM switch, and every single time that I look at it, I'm always confused, regardless of how many install videos that I've watched. It's just been crazy how I can't, like, for me, I can't wrap my head around why does it have. I mean, it's got three wires on it. You got the black, the red, and the green. But how do I get, how am I supposed to wire it all up and where exactly? And then yeah, it can be a little confusing. That's kind of why I went with the Switch Pro. I know exactly. I just plug it into the correct uh, panel underneath, and then I've got all the controls in one and overdone. But yeah, getting back to kind of the fourth gen Tacoma. Yeah, I think there's definitely some awesome styling for the outside. I do like the outside styling. Um, I think one thing that I kind of brought up. Oh, here we go. Looking at the headlights, I think that the headlights are pretty basic. I don't think that there's anything super exciting about them. Now you look at the third gen, and you have that kind of the large C daytime running lights, and then you have an orange that it turns that's sequential. I love that style. It definitely kind of stands out. It's recognizable, especially if you're oncoming. You know, you see another Tacoma coming towards you. You know, it starts making the turn signals. I think those are. I think these headlights have more personality than actually what's on the fourth gen Tacoma. But I'm pretty sure the aftermarket is going to come up with some pretty interesting things. But I don't know. I mean, the factory LEDs on the third gens, it's gonna be tough to beat that styling because I don't. The daytime running lights on the fourth gen are they're pretty basic. I'm not super excited about those. Um, One of the interesting things about the new Tacoma is up along the back edge of the cab. You actually have like a little spoiler that kind of comes out and then bends back. And I know that Toyota was like, "Ooh, this is, it's a big deal about how we were able to bend the metal this way and get it to fit." But one of the things that a couple other YouTubers have brought up was how difficult it's going to be to snug up a bed rack up against the cab because some of the bed racks get pretty close to the cab. I mean, if you're taking up, 2 inches or you have 2 inches of space, and now you have to deal with that little spoiler on the back. It could cause some issues, but then again, companies are pretty resourceful and ingenious when they start creating some of the new stuff for the newer vehicles. But it'll be interesting to see what the aftermarket community kind of comes up with. I do like the bed stamp, or at least the tailgate stamp. That's pretty cool. Um, the So on the Trail Hunter, you're getting kind of that scenic lighting along the bed in the plastic trim. I'm interested to see just how well those will hold up. That's gonna be pretty interesting. Cody, the engine has been in other vehicles, not just the Tacoma. Yeah, yeah, that fourth gen. Are you talking about the V6 or the new four cylinder? Because yeah, it was it's a modified SUV, like their Sienna. Is it the Sienna? I think it's a modified Highlander engine. It's been tuned for the truck. I mean, I do like the fact that they're including lighting on the fourth gen, but yeah, style as far as styling goes, I think the fourth gen looks very very cool. Um, yeah, there's just I think along with everybody else, the performance and maybe a couple of nitpicky interior things, but yeah, until people actually get it in their hands, who knows? It could be the greatest thing ever. Who knows? But yeah. All right. Well, about 45 minutes here on the live, and I think it's a good welcome back to the Mumfy Live. Got 10 people here. Let me know if you guys want more of these. I'm curious to know if you guys want to spend more time here. I'm here to help answer any questions live. I like interacting with you guys, so please. Send me a question. What do you guys have questions about? Any of the mods on my Tacoma? I do have a new roof rack, so I'm pretty excited to bring you some more information on this rack. Once again, they are a local company here in Utah, but yeah, they've been a great company to work with, and so far, I'm pretty impressed with their design on their roof rack. So it's very very cool. Gunny's Corner, welcome back. It's back. Here I am. Yeah, always happy to see returning viewers and friends of the channel. So thank you so much for joining. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support, and looking forward to bringing you more content for sure. But yeah, it's been great. Gunny's Corner, hey fella. Ruger, you want to say hi? You guys want us to? I'll give Ruger a cameo here. How's this? There he is. Big boy. He's just chilling. Uh, he's being a good boy. Yes, he is. Huh. So the the Tacoma's going to be sticking around for some time. A fellow friend of the channel, Ang, has picked himself up a, was it the 1794 Tundra? So Gen 2. So that's pretty cool. Happy for him. But Tacoma's sticking around for the long haul for now. So yeah, lots of mods that are going to be coming up. So excited. But well, doesn't seem like we got too many more questions about the truck. So I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for joining me on this Welcome Back Live. And I look forward to the next one in a month. So every third Thursday of the month, we'll be doing a Mumfy Live. So be sure to write your questions down and let me know what you would like me to answer. If you have any questions on the current mods that I have on the Tacoma, how they're holding up, I am planning on doing more reviews and things like that. Be sure to check out Mumfy.us for any future information. I'm also updating the mods list over there, so be sure to, if you're interested in picking up any of the mods that I have on the Tacoma, be sure to jump over there. So it's Mumfy.us/mods. I'm going to go ahead and I'll put that in the chat. So if you guys are interested, be sure to check that out. And with that, thank you so much for joining me on this live. I'll catch you later. Oh, Gunny, I caught you. We're still here. What's up? Hey, I got you. Go ahead and ask away. Can I rate my mods on the site for us? Okay. Oh boy, that'll be interesting. I might have to do that in the. Um, oh, you know what? I might have to do a blog post for rating the mods. So I do have a blog section over there. I haven't really been keeping up on that, but yeah, no, that's a great question. I'll definitely have to I'll have to put one out for sure. I think the last blog post that I had was May 8th, and it was about adding max tracks to the Tacoma. But no, that is great. That's a great idea. I will definitely put together a rating of my mods and put that out for you guys. So yeah. Or okay, so which one is current? Do you want my favorite mod so far? So as far as the mod section, I'm trying to keep that somewhat organized for ease of uh, findability as you scroll through. I am using kit.co, which is has been a great site for me to kind of put all my mods together and then organize them. So there's a little bit of an organizational thing that I have going on there. I'm trying to keep all the like camp accessories and stuff like that at the bottom. So things like the diesel heater, any sort of camp equipment, stuff like that is all going to be found at the bottom of the kit. Um, but I'm also trying to keep like all the lighting is going to be grouped together, all the grills, um, like the Switch Pro is all going to be kind of grouped together. I'm trying to keep all those grouped together so that way it kind of has a decent flow to them. But yeah, which one is current on the site? Okay, just making sure. But yeah, I will definitely put a blog post out rating the mods that I have on the Tacoma, and maybe I'll follow that up with another video as well. So yeah, great question. So now we're going to officially end the video. So thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you in the next video. So stay tuned for that next Monday, and I'll catch you later.